reason Soma FM started is because I hated all the over-the-air radio. Way too many commercials, the music selection wasn't diverse enough, you know, things like that. One of the things I've always loved is the college radio stations that don't have any commercials.
Right.
And I thought, you know, it'd be really nice to emulate something like that. But unlike the college radio stations, which have, every hour it seems their programming drastically shifts, we would have multiple channels, and we'd keep fairly consistent programming on the channel. So around 99 started with, so we had Groove Salad with 3 stations actually, because I'd also collected spy music, and so that turned into the Secret Agent channel. So basically we started with Drone Zone, and then a couple months later added Groove Salad and Secret Agent. That was like late 99. At that point I realized, wow, we've got something kind of going here. People are really liking this. There's not much of this music out there on the net for people to listen to. And I thought, well, you know, now we've got to come up with a name for this whole thing. And I had a small ISP for a while in the 90s called Soma.net, and I'd always kept that name around. I thought, oh, well, this will become Soma FM. And so we did some branding. My wife, who wasn't my wife at the time, she took a picture of the DJ. It was a .com launch party in South of Market where we did the music with some other folks. And you know, a bunch of stuff came together, and I think we registered the domain name in end of January 2000. And basically the first website, I go back and I look at my records, and when did we actually put up that website for it? It was like middle of February 2000 sometime. So it's kind of interesting to see just how, you know, that was basically 12 years. I do about half of the channels, and we have the other DJs, most of them are part-time, and we've got everything set up where they can run it all from their laptops. So they all have normal jobs, right? And they just, you know, they come in here, they grab their music that comes in, because we're always getting music sent to us and whatnot. We kind of like check, you know, we trade music between each other. It's like I get music sent to me, it's like, oh no, that sounds like it's more like for indie pop rocks than our Digitals channel. So I'll hand that off to Elise, or Michael, who does our covers channel, which is all cover music. Anytime we come across a particularly good cover, everybody's like handing off music to him. So he's always getting stuff sent from the other DJs to him. Yeah, so we get together, have our little music meetings, but pretty much they're all running, we're all running very virtual. So they bring up their laptop, they connect to our playout systems, which run in a data center downtown, and then they schedule all the music for the day. Probably won't ever have more than about 30 channels, because that seems about as much as you can manage. And also, people who haven't been to your station before too. Don't fragment things too much.